with you the differences between the three. Okay? So prop that up. Be adjustable and flexible. I've been talking for the last 20 minutes and I didn't know that you weren't here. So I'm pretending now like we're just getting started and you caught some pretty deep stuff, but that's okay. Right down 3 words. Today what we're going to talk about is the difference between high-producing individuals, mid-producing individuals, and low-producing individuals. And we're going to talk about the differences between the thoughts, the words, and the actions between the three. One of the important things that you've got to understand is that there is no way you can ever get here unless you take an honest assessment of where you truly are in your business. So everybody right now, here's what I want you to do, okay? That was a lesson in being flexible. So when a seller asks you for an objection for 4%, you're going to go, hey! You just roll with the punches. It's all good. It doesn't matter. It doesn't mean anything, right? Right? Don't take things personal. Agreement number 2 of the 4. Okay? Here's what I'd like you to do. I'd like you to take a look at could it be here? Really circle where it is that you are. To where you and where raise your hands. Okay, cool. There's a lot of you in the room right now. Okay, can I tell you that there's a definite way to make a difference? There's a definite way. We've proven it. The stories are here. As a matter of fact, we can line up 20 to 30 people right here who were here and they're now here and here. So there's a way to do it. Okay? It's not one way. There's a lot of different ways. It doesn't happen overnight. It takes time. But as long as you're committed to the process, I think today's conversation is going to help you out a lot. Okay? So first things first, write down the word thoughts. Thoughts. Okay? And let's talk about the thoughts for a second of a low-producing individual. Can we do that? So let's talk about this for a second. And by the way, all of you guys that are on Facebook, you can see this. It's happening right before your eyes. The thoughts.
Problems.
A lot of stuff, right? Everybody write down number 1, the bills. The bills. That's a big one. That one is huge right there. That one is huge because here's what happens. When a low, and by the way, I don't mean to say that you're a low producing person. It's just that's where you happen to be right now in life. Does this make sense?
Yes.
Okay? And what happens is you don't understand that you're there because of the thoughts and the language and the action. And all we're going to do is at the end of this thing, you're going to see clearly who you need to become and what you need to do to grow. It's going to be clear as day. Okay? Why do these people talk about bills?
Because the production is low, therefore they don't have the money to pay the bills.
Okay? Everybody write down the word scarcity. Scarcity. What does scarcity mean, guys? Scarcity essentially means that there is a lack of something. Scarcity essentially means that there is not enough. Yes or no? So let's talk about that for a second. First off, what country do most of us watching this video and in this room live in?
United States.
United States of America, yes or no? Yes? Okay, great. Is there any scarcity in this country?
Yes. Yes.
No.
Not in LA.
No. There is not. There is abundance in this country. There is an opportunity of abundance in this country. Does everybody take that opportunity and run with it? No, that's a different story. But in the country, is there anyone, maybe I should have framed that a little bit better. Is there anyone or anything holding you back in any way, shape, or form? No, there's not. Okay, so the sky's the limit. And then the galaxy's the limit, right? Okay, great. So what happens is most low-producing people are constantly for the problem. Money is not the problem. We are the problem. Money is everywhere. There's an abundance of money. Money is you can literally grab it and it's everywhere. Write down words: money equals energy. And money equals value. Money equals energy, and money equals value. There's a gentleman up in the Cupertino area because he immigrated, he came here, and he just couldn't make money. And then one day he had an idea. And his idea was, you know what? What if I created an app that allowed people to talk to each other all over the world? I know what I'll call it: WhatsApp. That's what it's called, right? 24 months later, it was sold for $16 billion. $16 billion. And guess where he signed the contract? He signed it on the doorsteps of the welfare department. Now, he could have thought, nah, that'll never happen. Yes or no?
Yes.
And that would have been a scarcity thought, right? Instead, he chose to think in abundance. Instead, he chose to think, hey, why the heck not? Why not me? I can do it. If that guy can do it, I can do it. You see the difference? Mm-hmm. And that's the difference that makes the difference. Write down number 2, the news. Oh, they love the news. Oh, the news. You see this on Facebook. One of the worst things that I see, guys, and I don't know how these people do it, but look at this video of these 5 guys jumping one guy. I don't want to see that crap. Do you?
No.
So why post it? Well, because it validates my feeling of importance. Because I found it, look what happened. And you'll notice that the only people that like and comment are what? It's all right here. High-producing people don't want to be infected by negativity. They just rather stay away from that stuff. The low-producing people are like, they can't wait to turn on the TV and see what is going wrong with the world. Because if there's stuff going on wrong out there, then that's why it's going wrong in here. It's called validation. That's what it's called, validation. So people look for validation. Think about this, and you know what I'm talking about. Sometimes we do this, and sometimes we surround ourselves with people that will validate our thoughts. Yes or no?
Yeah.
You see it all the time, right? So write down the news. Number 3, write down drama. Drama.
Madre.
Oh, my goodness. My cousin Shanae beat up my tío Pepe. Oh, you should have seen they were fighting and all of this stuff. And now, oh, my goodness. Oh, Ray Rice punched the lady, which, by the way, I absolutely hate that crap. Kick him the hell out of NFL. Kick him the hell out of the country. That's disgusting to me. That's all I'll say about that. But that's enough. It's over. I got to go think about my life, and I got to go think about my goals, right? Because what happens is if I don't, then that will infect my mind, and it will steal money, opportunity, freedom, and abundance from my wife and my kids and my friends and family. And I will not allow a news story to do that. But what happens here? Oh, they love it. It's like sugar. They want more drama. Oh, sí, dime más. Oh, yeah, tell me more. What? Well, what? Well, tell me. Tell me. No way. You know what I heard? I heard that. Drama. Everybody next to drama, write down bullshit. Last but not least, number 3, write down not possible. Not possible. It was funny. I remember when we moved into this suite, right? Remember when we moved into this suite? It was here, 1,800 square feet. For those of you guys that don't know, we have a real estate brokerage here in Southern California. When you're around, come and pay us a visit. But we started off with 1,800 square feet. I remember the first thing I said, this is just the way I'm wired. I said, you know what? I'm going to take over the whole building. No, but you don't understand because the owner owns the building and they have a vision for the, it doesn't care. My vision is I'm going to take over the whole building. And just yesterday, the wall came down. For the last 3,000 square feet, we have the whole building. But do you think there were people that go there? No. It's not possible. How's that possible? How's that possible you could start a business with $2,000 and now become the number 4 real estate company in the Inland Empire in 3 years? That's because they're wired that way. Low-producing people always think, no, wait. It's not possible. High-producing people, well, it might be tough, but it's okay. I'll get there. So these are the thoughts. Here for the middle producers, write down getting by. Getting by. Getting by. And be careful, guys, because I'm going to tell you right now, a lot of us in this room and a lot of us are watching, we're here right now. And you may not think you're thinking about getting by, but if you look at the result in your life, you're getting by. And if what I said was true, that the outside world is a direct reflection of your inner thoughts, then there is no way that you could have that result out here versus the thought in here. Yes or no? Yes. It's one and the same, guys. It's one and the same. Always remember that. If something is not happening the way you want it on the outside, whether it's not money, whether it's family, relationship, health, whatever it is because something is not right on the inside. Make sense? So the thought is getting by. Well, what do you mean? I make $200,000. I'm sorry to tell you, in Southern California, you're kind of getting by. Sorry to tell you. Southern California, $200,000 a year by. These people just had a heart attack and they disconnected, by the way. They're no longer following us. Because these people think differently. People think, yes or no? Yes, it's just you choose to believe what you want, but this is reality, right? Next, write down just enough. Just enough. Just enough. I'm going to do this, and that's cool, like that's where I'm comfortable at, right? And these people think like, I simply cannot breathe until I blow past that number. And I want it now, right now. Where's Manny? I was talking to Manny. I was like, Manny's about to put his first square on the board. Give him a round of applause, please. For those of you that are watching, in our office, we have a sales board, and that sales board looks like that, where we put a bunch of squares every time we take a listing, a sale, or a closing, right? And Manny's about to get his first one, and we've been coaching him through that. And you guys know how this works. Once you get the first one, like the floodgates open, right? So I said, Manny, when are you getting it up? And he was like, well, I got to do the paperwork, and I go, no, Manny, you're getting it up now. Like as soon, that needs to become like you're a heat-seeking missile, and you want that son of a gun up there now. Because high-producing people want things. I don't want to do that. I think I'm crazy and stuff, right? And we do this a lot. Think about this. Think about our surroundings. Think about our society, right? If we've grown up around folks that are, let's say, low producers, and then all of a sudden we're middle producers, guess what happens? Whoa, this is a little weird now, right? Because I'm used to being around like the $50,000 a year crowd, and now I'm around $150. Like that's good enough, right? It's $100,000 more. That's good enough. I don't want to like rock the boat too much, right? They don't want the boat. They want the yacht. Major, major difference. These people, as a matter of fact, they don't want to upset anybody. They think if I can just become the example, then I can help more people. If I can just become the example, then I can help more people. Which one is better? That one sounds like a lot more fun to me, right? Write down, what will they think? And these are thoughts, by the way, that happen everywhere. You could be on your way to go get a listing. You could be on your way to go knock on a door. You could be on your way to write an offer to a buyer. You could be on your way to negotiate an offer with another agent. Guess what? These thoughts, they're the same thoughts. And they control your actions. They control your language. They control what you say, what you don't say. Yes or no?
Yes.
This is 100% the truth. Go to high. Write down vision. Vision. I'm reading Titan, the story of John Rockefeller. You guys know who John Rockefeller is? If John Rockefeller were alive today, he'd be worth $387 billion. Billion. And it talks about this lady named Tarbell, right? I only know the name because of Tarbell, the real estate company, right? And Tarbell was a news reporter. And mind you, this guy was a son of a gun, right? This guy would go to you and say, Travis, it's either you sell me your company or I'm going to take it. Which one's better for you? And if you don't want to sell it, he'd just take your company. So, he didn't go about it a nice way, but he got there. And so what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to study the mindset of how to get there. I don't necessarily have to take the same route. I can do it the right route, but I want to see how did he get that big, this guy, right? And one of the things that was happening come out, disassemble his conglomerate. And this lady named Tarbell used to write stories. And I'll never forget, he says the biographer says he was always reserved. And then one time he snapped and he says, why would I concern myself with people whose vision does not go farther than the tips of their nose? And I never forgot that, because it really showed me in that glimpse when he said that, it showed me who he was and how he thought. You think he probably had to be thinking in the future 10 or 15 years, yes or no? Mm-hmm. Guys, high producers think in the future 10 years in advance all the time. That's all they do. As a matter of fact, everything they're doing now is to affect their future in 10 years. What do low producers do? I got to make now to pay bills today. Yeah. I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. I rarely think about today. You guys see, when we build a house, you guys know we're building a house, and part of the cool things about the house is we're going to have a driveway, like a long private driveway with beautiful gates that open up, and that driveway is possibility lane. So when you pull up to the house, I'm going to say, make a right on possibility lane. Is that cool or what? Mm-hmm. Right? It's my little idea. You know, when I thought about that idea, I was at Unleash the Power Within with Anthony Robbins, and I wrote that down. And now it's becoming a reality. Why? Because everything is possible. Write down destiny. Destiny. This is a big word, guys, because for low-producing individuals, if you're constantly thinking about how to pay the bills, if you're constantly thinking about making a sale, if you're constantly thinking about getting by, you'll never think about your destiny, who you're intended to become. And for me, a big word right now, legacy. Legacy. What does legacy mean? Legacy means when you're gone, what are you going to leave behind? What are people going to know you as? What are going to people talk? How many people did you impact? How many lives did you change? Or did you do it all just for you? Make sense? Question C, there is a definite difference between the thoughts between the three, yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, what I want you to do is I want you to be honest with yourself. Start circling the words. Start circling the words and that you think about. You think about. By the way, you could be over here on 1 or 2, but then you also could be over here on 2 or 3 or 4. Start circling those words. This is for you. This is time for you to grow. Okay? Let's talk about language. Well, I wouldn't never not say it. Now what I'm saying, we're going to be #1 in the Inland Empire, #1 in the Inland Empire. And then what I'll do, #1 in the state of California. And then what I'll say, #1 in the country. Right? I am going to. Write down we will or I will. High producers are always saying, this is what's going to happen. I'm going to make this happen. No matter what, this is what will happen. Write down number 3. Write down I can see. I can see. By the way, they use a lot of these types of words like I can see because they're constantly seeing or thinking in the future. Rarely are they thinking about today. Rarely are they thinking about today. Okay? And write down the last one, when we, you know, when we get there, it's going to be like this and like that and like that. You know, when we make it happen, it's going to be like this and like that and like that. Yes or no? Let's talk about medium producers. Medium producers, write down the word story. Story. Because there's always a story. And I need you guys to check yourselves real quick. Okay? I have a friend in the room. This friend in the room, I had a call with him yesterday. Okay? And by the way, if you had an opportunity to be coached by someone like, I mean, I'm not like, you know, big stuff, but I mean, I kind of know what I'm doing, right? So we're maybe I'll try to do it. I'll see what happens, whatever the case may be. Okay? Yeah, I'll give it a shot. Write down the words maybe. Maybe. This is the language. This is the things now that actually comes out of the mouth of the medium producers. Maybe. Speak directly to the Hispanic community because this is the one. This is the one right here that really kills us as a community. If it's meant to be, write that down. If it's meant to be. We have like this knack. We have the story in our heads that if like some greater force, like si Diosito quiere, right, someday maybe.
So cute, right?
What about if you focus on it, you work your ass off, and you make it happen? What about that? Think about that just for a second. Go to the low producer. Low producers. Write down the words, I can't. I can't. Write down the words, I'll let you know. I'll let you know. I'll let you know are words of non-committal, right? I'll let you know. I don't know. I'll let you. Everything is so passive. Everything is so. I don't really like want to go for it. So I'll let you know, right? Write down the words. I'll see. Well, I'll see. Want to trip out of something? Can you picture Donald Trump saying the words, I'll let you know or I'll see? Picture him can you picture him saying those words?
Wouldn't be homeless.
Can you picture Kobe Bryant saying those words? Can you picture Michael Jordan saying those words? Think about that for a second. They'll give you an answer. Now, It's either they're in or they're out. It's either they want to or they don't. Yes or no? Just think for a second and start thinking of all the high-producing people. Could you ever picture Kobe Bryant thinking about the Bills? We're providing a value that is so important to all of us that we are willing to tune in and watch. And his value causes more people who's like a bench warmer on the Lakers. Give me a name. Anybody that's a Lakers fan? Or like a middle?
They're all gone.
They just changed everybody.
They're all gone?
Yeah.
Oh, give me one. Give me one. Give me a name.
Oh, so about fans.
Okay, never mind. Okay, did you see what I'm trying to say? Okay, pick your favorite sporting team, right? The Yankees, right?
No.
For example, the Yankees provide. No, listen. Okay, put all that aside. Who's the worst team in baseball right now? No, stop.
Texas Rangers.
Texas Rangers.
They
Are they the worst team in baseball?
Yeah,
In all of baseball.
Yeah.
Okay, for a while they were there, right?
Yeah.
For a while they were there. What happened while they were there? They had leadership. They had the right thoughts. They had the right action. They had everything together. There's a reason why the New York Yankees are the #1 baseball franchise. They're the #1 valued franchise in all of sports. Why? They provide the most value to the most amount of people. All the teams are in baseball, yes or no?
Yeah.
They can all do the same thing, yes or no?
Yes.
But what did they do? They created a story behind their players. They created legacies. Babe Ruth, Lou Gehrig, Mickey Mantle, Joe DiMaggio, Derek Jeter. They are experts at this. You don't think there was players just as good as those on other teams back then? Heck yeah. How did they all just happen to be on one? Think about that for a second. Think about that for a second. Write down the words. No way. No way. He did that? No way. He's doing that much? No way. He took those many things? No. How did? No. Come on. I mean, come on. Come on. That's not possible. But this is the language. Now listen to me. I want you to understand something. This is the way this works. Okay. First, it starts with the thoughts. And then it goes to the language. Follow me? And then it goes to the action. I want you to be very, very careful because, listen, I did this myself. I was here 3 years ago, the bottom. If you guys don't know, it was tough, really, really tough, okay? And I remember, and I can be honest with myself, that everything that I thought and everything that I said was in complete correlation with where I was in my life. It was my fault. That's another thing that high producers do is they accept 100% responsibility for everything going on in their life. If they don't got the amount of listings they want, guess what they do? They stay later. If they don't have the amount of sales that they want, guess what they do? They don't go home. If they don't have the amount of escrows they want, guess what they do? They force the result. You get the picture? Because their thoughts have them taking those sorts of actions. Everybody write down actions. Under low producers, write down the words asleep. Asleep. Or, I'm sorry, but getting drunk somewhere with the homies. It's just what happens. It's just what happens. Under middle producers, write down 9 to 5. Under actions, 9 to 5. Yes or no? Yes or no? Always amazes me. Always amazes me. And by the way, it is what it is. Don't get mad at me. But if I show up here at 7 in the morning, I know who's not going to be. And if I show up here and wait by the door, I know who shows up at 10. And if I show up here and wait by the door, I know who shows up at 8:30. And if I show up here and wait by the door, I know who shows up at 11. And if I show up here and wait by the door, I know who leaves by 3. I know. Guess what? You know, because that tells you. The board tells you. I don't have to point everybody. You guys know this. The board tells you. I'm in this game as well, right? So if you were to compare me as a broker compared to another broker, I can promise you, you can tell there's a difference. There's a definite difference. You follow me? But it starts here, guys. It starts with the thoughts. What do you think the words under action, or what do you think the actions are going to be for the high producers? What do you think it is? Whatever it takes. Write that down. Whatever it takes. Whatever it takes. Those are the actions of a high producer. Whatever it takes. So let's be honest. If you're showing up at 9 and you're leaving at 4:30, is that whatever it takes?
No.
Come on, guys. It's just not. It's just not. Life doesn't work that way. Albert, how many hours a day do you do?
Well, lately none, but normally like.
Day. Is that what it takes? That's whatever it takes. That's a lot. That's a lot, guys. It's hot out there. Right? That's why he's not right now. Right? Look at, guys, I will tell you, there's a period and there's a season for everything. There's a period and there's a season for everything. For those of you guys, which there's a few of you guys, Adrian, Nick, right, even Travis, those of you guys that were here when we were first getting started, it was whatever it took. It was 7 in the morning to 7 or 8 at night, whatever it took. Then you get to a point in your business, hopefully if you're thinking the right things and you're saying the right things and your skill set's the right way, then you can just kind of chill out a little bit, right? But then you want to admit and go, whoa, 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 something's wrong here, whatever it takes again. Right? I think I've done whatever it takes this year about 2 or 3 times. It takes for the last month. I have so much goals and emails and all the technology. Question for all of you is the following. Number 1, your production, your results, your actual results. Okay? You happen to have the performance report in front of you. Where are they? Are they low, mid, or high? Guys, because we've got great potential, guys. We've got a great potential. With all of the agents here in this room and with all of the training that we have, we are already, with the 80 of us that are here in this office, outproducing offices with 130. But I think we can outproduce offices of 200 with just 80. With just 80. How is that possible? It's simple. It's everybody getting very, very clear with the thoughts that they need to be thinking, the language that they need to be speaking, and the actions that they need to be taking. That's how it happens. And when you get clear with that, guys, what happens to your life? Life gets better. It's a lot less stressful. It's a lot funner. It's a lot more possible. It's a lot more joyful. Because now you're not worrying about this. Now you're having fun with this. And when you're over here, that's when you get to contribute to other people. And that's when life really gets fun. That's why I challenge most of you in the office, as soon as you possibly can, learn these scripts as good as you possibly can so that you can start teaching it to other people. Because that's when it's fun. Make sense? Here's what I want you to do right now. I want you to circle, now of the 3, do it again. Do it again. Where are you right now? Where are you right now? Not where you were a month ago. Where are you right now? And if you want to get to high, okay, there's a whole bunch of writing that we just did. You could probably start pinpointing, damn it, I hate to admit this, but that's it right there. Mm-hmm. You could probably start doing that right now, right? You could probably go, I'm always doubting myself, that's why. Or I'm always saying I'm going to do something, but I don't do it, that's why. Address the situation and get really honest with yourself. you. And for some of you that have been long enough with us, some of you are paying the price with the amount of hours that you're working, but your skill set is nowhere near